It's like the universe wanted this to happen. I don't know why. Because the universe knew we were going to have a podcast.
Oh, shit.
It's Thought Shit.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Thought Shit. I'm Carson.
And I'm Kiara.
And on this podcast, we tell you crazy story times, give you hot takes, and we give you advice you probably don't want to hear. But you need to. And today, we have not done a story time yet this season. But we're about to.
It's been a rough, just life's been lifing, and we haven't had the energy to dive into these entertaining stories. But here we are. I finally sucked it up.
It's an in-depth, long story. But it's a good one.
Good one, but not as in-depth. Well, I'm not saying it's not in-depth. I got my receipts, everything. But I was over here like, I have been dreading this episode because I'm like, dude, I'm about to have to write like an essay worth of notes because I remember bits and pieces, but when I went back and was looking at videos and texts, I was like,
I really don't remember this story.
This is going to be very funny then for you.
I'm excited.
Literally, I was working on the outline at work today. I was busting out laughing because I was like, I said that. She said that. What is wrong with us?
Literally, we're talking about, what's her name going to be?
Okay, I did not come up with names, only for BB, because he been had one.
Right.
Here's the thing. I feel like I'm going to accidentally slip up and say her name anyway. I think I'm going to just say their names. They're that irrelevant, and the boyfriend's name is so generic. I'm like, I don't think I care. Gabe. Oh. Do you know how many Gabes I know? Yeah, I was like, I don't care. Yeah. I'm going to say their names. BB's still BB.
Right.
My little brother Julian's in it too. He's just Julian.
Right. Oh my God, I forgot he was in it.
Yeah. But no, so we got real names today. Or I should have lied. These are fake names, you guys. These are all fake names. So, the story today, the title, get into it, is yeah.
I literally haven't looked at it.
Don't.
So I'm like, I'm just going to be riffing off of you the whole episode, I guess.
Look at it after, because my word vomit's so funny. But so today's episode is called She Called Her Ex and I Called the Cops.
Ooh.
We love calling the cops. Is this not
literally
our third time at this point?
Oh my God. Definitely our second.
Yes, it's our second or third.
No. It's our third. See? When we threw up outside of the BMW, I called the cops because I thought that you were dying, but you don't remember. Right. So we talked about that. That's in our Night Out Horror Stories episode, one of the early ones.
Go watch it now. Like, comment, and subscribe everything, or you're fake. But with this cop story, I wrote down a who, what, where, when, why. But so we've already named some of the characters. So it was me, my ex-boyfriend, BB, the Salvadorian Persian psycho, that one, not the Korean. Sasha, stupid bitch, I said it. Gabe, and my little brother Julian. So basically,
how old was Julian at the time?
If this was in 2023, he's 6. I should not ask you math questions.
Literally, you shouldn't. But he was 14?
Yeah, I think he was 14. He was 13 or 14.
That's hilarious.
So funny. But so, this story took place circa April through July of 2023. Which is wild, because I'm like, that was only 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's insane.
I've made a 180 from a lot of
Everything
things.
is different.
Like, it's so wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. But no, so basically, at this point in time in my life, let's crack this open first. Alani sponsor us. Taco Bell sponsor us. Oh, yeah. Ooh!
The pause was insane.
That was sexy. Let's try. Oh, thank you, Carson. I love you.
Is it good?
What the hell is that? Oh, it's coconut. Okay. Okay, so now that we're done with the little ASMR.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You just wipe that. So, me and BB lived together in Fountain Valley. This was our, first and only apartment together. But we were living in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That shit was so nice.
Like, it was very big.
insane.
It was like very spacious.
I think we were paying $2,400 for a 2-bedroom,
Yeah.
2-bath, backyard, 2 parking spaces, gated community in Fountain Valley.
Yeah.
Like in a really nice area. I still don't know how that worked. But we had the space, but basically we were just going through financial issues because we both went through unemployment on and off. Like where was I? It doesn't matter now. I think it was the meal prep place, or maybe not. Oh, no, it wasn't that. I don't even know
You were
anymore.
working for like some...
Oh, the online, I was the email marketing manager.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, so my contract with them ended after a year, or at my year, and I was unemployed for a minute. And so rent, like, that was rough. Like I said, it was a really good deal, but I was making the most money because I was, I think at the time I might have also been serving on the side, probably serve. And then BB, I mean, he could always get money from his family because his mom's husband literally was her sugar daddy. So he could be, all the kids that are grown, like, have their own credit cards and shit from...
I know. That sounds so nice.
Right? But so they had money, but that wasn't BB's money.
Right.
So income is cut more than in half. Then I think he faced unemployment at some point, and it was a whole thing. We were finding ways to cut costs, like literally only shopping at Dollar Tree. His family owns restaurants, so we would go and eat there all the time.
Yeah, as you should.
Like, I was like, I got no money. But so we were looking for a roommate, because that is the easiest way to save. That was a last resort, because I have had some roommate horror stories. Right. I don't even think I've talked about them on here, but I literally never want to live with someone again unless it is my significant other.
No,
I can't
same.
do it. I'm not doing it.
No, I'm in a place now where it's like, I've done the roommate thing. Uh-huh. You have too. We've had some good experiences, some bad experiences, some horrible ones.
Yep.
I'm living alone until I am like months away from an engagement.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, there's no reason.
No rhyme or reason. There's no reason. No, for what? I want my space. I have the rest of my life to be stuck to your ass. Leave me alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have no interest. Unless I know you're proposing in 4 months. Like, literally.
Right? Because I'm like, give me a few months to see if this can work.
Yeah.
Don't get engaged. Don't propose to me. Then we move in.
No, literally, Catherine and I were just talking about this earlier.
Oh, that's so funny.
We need to move in, have like a solid 6 months.
Yes, the trial.
I've picked out my ring already, so I know it's coming.
Yes.
But when you propose, I'm really sure. Like, okay.
Silver.
Don't trigger me. I literally was looking up places I need to on that. Because I need some money. And that's like at least $300.
Carson's talking about the
Christmas necklace. If you know, you know.
Yeah, stupid ass. She don't wear silver. That her dumbass
or pink
ex
or purple.
got her.
Give me a break.
Please.
So I will sell it.
No, literally.
And if anyone that knows him and knows the necklace I'm talking about sees this, yeah, I'm gonna sell it, and I don't feel bad.
Take it to Costa Mesa or something.
I'm gonna take it to Orange County.
Yeah, no.
The people around here, they're gonna try and give me a nickel.
You're gonna get robbed.
For a $300 necklace. Like, I'm gonna get jumped all the way. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Literally. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
But no, so we like living alone now. We like our space. We're space girlies. But we were so down bad at the time, BB and I. We were like, we need a roommate. Because we felt the same way. We're like, we are never living with someone. And it was weird because coincidentally, it's like the universe wanted this to happen. I don't know why. Because the universe knew we were going to have a podcast? Who knows? I don't know what I learned from this. It's just trauma.
Now we have stories to
tell. And a funny-ass story. But, no, at the same time, his friend from high school, Sasha, was looking for a place to live. It was so weird because I had never met her, but I knew of her because she was black. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I'm following her. Hello.
Yeah. And she was, like, cute.
Yes, I was like, sister!
Yeah, literally.
So, of course, we followed each other for a while, and that was one of BB's only girl space friends that he had that I knew was just a girlfriend.
Yeah, like strictly platonic.
Yeah, not one of the girls he was trying to get in a threesome. Ugh.
Right.
Sick! But so I liked her, but again, didn't know her, never met her. And it was so crazy because she DM'd me, not even BB, who she actually knows and has met, went to high school with, DMs me and was asking, like, if we knew of anyone who was renting out a space. And I was like,
well, I'm glad you asked.
just right into the palm of my hand. F***ing crazy. Like, okay, universe, what is this?
Yeah.
So I was like, this was meant to be. So we were DMing about that, Sasha and I. I told BB about it, and he was like, yeah, like, I went to school with her for, like, 4 years. Mm-hmm. Like, I can trust her.
We know her, yeah.
And all of his friends from high school are also friends with her. Mm-hmm. And they've, again, high school, things are different at this point, because they had been out of high school for, like, 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. God, we were young. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But so I just took his word for it, and also we were desperate, and she seemed cool. Like, the vibes were there. And with Sasha's background, so what was going on with her, at the time she was living with her toxic ass boyfriend, Gabe. They were living in Paris, California. Paris, California.
Look it up. That's where, like, a bunch of white kids were stuck in a basement and, like, a girl ran away. Literally look up the story I've seen in the cop cam. That's the only thing that's ever happened in Paris, California. Abduction.
Nothing.
Literally. It's a hole. If you're from there, comment and tell me one thing you like about Paris, California. Please. Tell me one thing.
I can't wait to put that shit on TikTok. That shit's about to get so local. They're like, what the hell?
We need to put our location as Paris. Literally, tell me one thing.
No, because that is so funny, because at the time, when BB and I were talking about Sasha moving in, it was so funny, because I didn't know anything about Paris at the time, or, like, the jokes people make about it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, she said she lives in Paris, California right now. And he was like, ew.
Literally. That's like when you tell someone, like, you drove through Fresno. They're like,
you're like,
why would you go there? It's the armpit of California. No,
literally
they
a butthole.
Say.
Literally a butthole.
Literally, my cousin lives there. I've never visited him.
So it's your cousin's a him. Why does he live in a butthole?
Because he was engaged to a Latina woman who, listen.
Oh.
I don't want to spill his tea, but you know what happened. They were engaged. It didn't end up working out.
Oh, that's so
and
funny.
He let me know.
That was all in Paris?
No, it was in Fresno.
Oh.
Not in Paris.
I was like, Paris
let's
so
not
ghetto.
get our armpits mixed up. It was in Fresno. All is to say, he's looking to move away from Fresno immediately. Because that was the only reason he was there.
Oh, that is so funny. We digress. Don't get the armpits mixed up. Yeah, my bad. It's a late night Tuesday. But yeah, so she was living in Paris, and then we're in Fountain Valley. So Orange County and wherever the Paris is, that's where she was at. And she was living with her boyfriend and his family. And, like, remember your ex? Whose family, it was like the brother and the wife and the kids, and then the other brother and the wife.
The Dr. Pimple Poppers? Yes, I do.
At the dinner table. But no,
Sick.
So literally it was like 3 different mini families living in this space. So it's Sasha, who's black, and all these toxic ass Latinos. Bro.
That's insane.
She was in hell.
Where is her family?
Vegas.
And
they're all trifling too. I hope you see this. All trifling. All
I
trifling.
hope you see this. So targeted.
No, there's someone who I know who's gonna see this and gonna send it to her, and I can't wait.
But you know what's interesting? A real short digression. When we posted every episode of season 1, there was each time a plethora of dislikes from BB and his little, like, white boy posse.
Yeah.
They haven't been showing out lately.
Yeah, because we're bad bitches, and look at us. Do you know how mad they gonna be when our faces are on a Lonnie can? When my ex is grocery shopping with his new bitch, and he turns, and it's me and you. We're back to back. Literally his worst nightmare. I'll try and remember what his favorite food was, and we should get a sponsorship with that company, actually. Cool. I was already on Jubilee. His favorite YouTube channel, 2 videos, ruined his life. I know that ruined his day, his week, his month. He probably thinks about it still and gets pissed off. I would.
Because he's probably like, how did she do that?
He's probably
what are you gonna do?
But anyway, so funny. But so she was trying to get out of Sasha was trying to get out of her living situation, because it was very much, not only was Gabe emotionally and physically abusive, Like, his parents knew about it and didn't give a
which is insane.
because they're old school Mexicans. That's what I'm saying. So it's like the whole family knew their business, but they were on Gabe's side because that's just how it is. Like, the mom was also getting at least verbally abused by the husband, but it was the same shit.
That's so sad.
Exactly. But see, that's what I'm talking about with the, like, I'm a docile wife and he's a man and that's how men are. Like, that is that family's mentality. And Sasha was like, get me the out of here. On top of that, she literally was like, Paris is a butthole. I'm trying to be an esthetician. There's no clientele.
Yeah.
Who the is getting their brows done in Paris?
And who wants to get, I mean, are there black people in Paris?
It don't sound, hey, don't quote me on
I don't
this.
know the
Maybe
demographics.
Maybe
I don't know the
very
demographics.
Wrong.
It sounds white.
The only story I got, it's giving like Riverside Inland Empire Latinos.
Oh.
But I could be wrong. Literally, someone tell me in the comments. I did not Google this prior. I should have.
Yeah, we've never been to
But
Paris.
at least from stories I've heard, it's giving like Riverside, but less shit to do. Like some fools. There we go. What is it? The higher the sock, the downer the fool.
Stop it.
It's that shit.
Okay.
But again, someone tell me. Maybe there's hella black people. It didn't sound like it, though.
I literally don't know. The only thing I know is literally that abduction video.
Maybe it is hella
and they were white. And Mormon, I'm pretty sure.
Ah! Paris, California has Mormons, too?
They're in random places.
Just call it hell.
Mormons scare me.
Why are there Mormons outside of Utah?
That's a great question.
I'm not even trying to be funny right now. I'm like, why would they be there?
Because I feel like their life will be harder. I had a Mormon girl. Hey. She's not watching this. Who went to she was on my basketball team. And we would always have tournaments and our championship games would always be on a Sunday. She could never go. It's like you're literally missing out the like most enjoyable part of the sport because of religion. That's sick.
You already know how I feel about religion. I can't.
Right, we've talked about it.
Yeah, I can't right now. That's all funny.
Yeah, I always felt so bad for her.
You know that audio? It's like, why would a man be there? Why would a Mormon be there? Why would genuinely? Why? I have to Google this after. I'm gonna be like, what's the demographic in Paris? Mm-hmm. And why are there Mormons? Probably is white if there's some goddamn Mormons out there.
That's what I don't know.
That's the weirdest shit.
I have no idea.
I'm probably making all this up.
And they're always up to no good, bro. Why is everything I see on true crime like a Mormon white woman? Starting to cult.
No, and a white man trying to get everyone to believe
basement. Like, what is that about?
A white man calling himself God. He's
literally,
like, because I'm God, my wives have to be 13 years old.
Literally putting their kid in a cage. Like, what's happening? They're always Mormon. Anyways,
happy Sabbath. So stupid. But so, in Paris, California, there's no clientele. So, Sasha wanted to come closer to Orange County. She could make big bucks there.
Yeah, you could.
Like the beauty scene, the market, lashes, eyebrows, all that shit.
Yeah,
facials.
No, you can make a lot of money.
Exactly. And we were like bordering Costa Mesa. Oh yeah, we were bordering Costa Mesa at the time, so it made sense. She also wanted to quit her remote call center job. That's what she was doing, mostly. But so that was we were talking to her early April of 2023. Talking about her moving in. She was going to move in June 1st. Like I said before, vibes were good at first. We were excited because at the time, too, this was during my isolation period. If you don't know, that's when I was dating BB, and he was slowly but surely, I didn't realize it at the time, but now in hindsight, he was isolating me from, like, my friends and family. And so the only people I would hang out with was literally just you.
Yeah, and that was rare.
And it was, I think this was towards
the end. Yeah.
That's why. So I was seeing you more often, but before then, it was just me and him all the time. So I was so excited for Sasha to move in. Mm-hmm. And again, I love black women. So I was just like, I was like, we're gonna go do this. And I was like in like a built-in bestie. Like literally, like we were so excited, whatever, texting about that. She was already like talking about decorating, excited to like build the table. We're just talking about all that shit. And then also bonding over, like, how we were broke. Like, we were both helping each other out. Because she needed a place to stay. Mm-hmm. We needed someone to move in. And mind you, we gave her such a good deal. So you saw the apartment and what her room was. For her own giant room, her own bathroom, obviously access to the whole apartment, duh. Yeah. Also to use the apartment as her studio for clients, her own parking space in a gated community, $800 a month.
Yeah, that's insane.
We could have charged up the ass for that. Like $1,200. We looked at the time, we could have done $1,200 or $1,300, but we cut our losses because we were like, we would rather have someone who we know move in. Right. Because people are psycho. I'm not trying to get stabbed in my sleep. Yeah. Me and the kittens.
Like living with a total stranger. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it freaked us out. And especially BB because he's all on his, I mean, I got it. I get it now. But like his machismo bullshit. So he's like, I'm like, another man can't be in the house. Like he was tweaking out about that. I was like, I don't want another man in the house either.
Right, yeah.
The hell? You're already like abusing me. Jesus. Like, now I'm gonna get killed.
Literally, we don't need another man in the mix.
No. Yeah. Why would a man be there?
Literally.
So, where we messed up though, we did not ask for any form of security deposit. Mistake. Neener. Mistake. Bro, I don't give a it's your bestie.
Right.
That's you and like Christina are the only people who, if we lived together, I wouldn't charge you any sort of deposit. That's it. And we've been friends like 7 years. Me and Christina have been friends like 12 years. Yeah. Nobody else. Because he grew up with this bitch and spoiler,
I know, that's insane.
Still played us. But so we bonded, I have some text screenshots that we can put in there, but before she moved in, we had already like gone out as friends for drinks, and she kind of got a taste of mine and BB's relationship and how that was.
How was it at the time?
Girl.
Like peak toxicity?
Yes, because literally in the text screenshot that I found, May 13th, so 2 weeks before she moves in, I said, sorry, BB is being an ass, because we were out with friends. I said, called me disgusting because of my body count. And she goes, what the f***? Right. Why would he do that? She was like, are you okay? This is when BB and I were pre-gaming in his car. We were parked.
I remember this.
In Costa Mesa or Huntington. We were meeting up with all his friends. So like 2 or 3 guys and then Sasha. And what song comes on? I got a white boy on my roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster.
On Tuesday, I like what you doing, man. Let me take you shopping.
Period. No, so that song comes on.
A banger.
Mind you, yeah, it's a banger. Also, it's his phone, not my phone. That's on your phone.
That's on your shuffle.
That's what I'm saying. That was on your For You page. What that got to do with me? So that shit starts. And if you guys have seen previous episodes, BB had retroactive jealousy, aka being a psycho ass bitch because I slept with people before I even knew he existed. And so he was always triggered that I got more play than him because I'm a bad bitch and he's not. Because he was very much like, a man can have bodies. Like a man's supposed to have bodies. A key can fit in that. You know those weird ass sayings where it's like the key fits in one door and da-da-da. Like to talk about how a woman shouldn't have multiple bodies. But a guy, it's okay.
I have not.
Oh, really?
And I'm glad I haven't.
Oh, yeah. No, like shit. Like basically saying, because when girls have more bodies, like they're stretched out and it makes you a hoe versus a guy's supposed to fit in multiple da-da-das.
Insane.
Yeah. So he would like say crazy ass shit like that and he felt that way. But so this goddamn song comes on. I already knew it was going to happen. He turns to me, he goes, oh, so did you have a white boy on your roster? Did you have a white boy on your roster?
Ew. Can you get out of my face?
Like, hello?
I literally would just look at him and be like, ew.
And mind you, even when I did have a roster,
none of them were white.
First of all, yeah, literally.
Let's clear that up.
Yeah. I was in my Korea boo phase before UBD, so don't get it twisted, please. I was like, I'm June was on my fucking That's so funny. No, but literally, he was just always tripping out about my past experiences and would insist on knowing about them when there was no point, because most of them happened when I was like 19.
And we've talked about this. When they first started dating, he was 19. So what? So withhold myself when you're 17, brother? And I don't even know you exist?
That's like, what I'm saying.
You're weird for that.
He hadn't even gone through his, like, final puberty.
Guys, because JJ, well, not to that full extent, but JJ was like that too. Like, he was always butthurt. You're so weird for that to me.
Like, I didn't know you.
Like, who cares?
I was like, I'm not even thinking about these guys. You're thinking more about these guys than I am.
You're so weird for that.
And I've said this, at the end of the day, I can't go and somebody. I can't go and unsuck somebody. So what would you like to do?
Okay.
Straight up. You want me to unsuck a dick? That's crazy.
Stop.
Like, get over it. We're grown. We live to get, like...
No, and it's like, and let me, like, look at you in the eyes and tell you this. I did not know you were a person. And, like, I did not know you.
And even so, here's the gag. Even if I did know him...
You were in high school.
I would have still been sucking on someone else.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's when he was chunky.
Yeah. Because that's the gag. He was still, not kidding. That's so weird. I come from a family of obese people. He does too. Because COVID happened and the shutdown, that's when he lost all the weight. So if I had met him when I was 19 and he was 17, he literally looks like one of my little brothers when he was also chunky. Like, I was like, he and that just would have been different. Sick. No, he looks completely different. And also, you're 17.
No, that's what's crazy. He was a 19-year-old virgin. Like, why would I touch you?
I already didn't even almost want to go on a date with him when I found out he was 19.
And I already don't know you exist.
Like, you were still an embryo when I was out here. And I don't know what to tell you.
You can stick it in a million places and I have to keep it on lock? What's happening?
No, he was literally jealous that I had bodies. That's what was so funny. So he would just take it out on me. I was like, sorry, I'm a baddie. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, you're weird.
Literally, why are you obsessing over other men? If you like them, just say that. It's okay.
Literally,
it's okay.
He can be fruity, but he can't, apparently.
I know, he hates himself. He probably is DL, deep
Come
down.
on.
But no, so we digress. But so with this mother, that night out with Sasha and our friends, that was like her first viewing on like how he was in the relationship and how it was. It is so crazy though, because in the text screenshots, I literally told her, he said he has morals and I'm basically a whore. I'm his first and only, and he said, don't worry because he's gonna other girls. My own boyfriend was saying this shit to me.
That's insane.
And then he got mad because I was texting her, and I literally said, he's mad I'm texting you. He said, you're his friend, not mine.
Oh.
He was evil. He was so evil to me.
He was a spawn. Literally.
Right? Straight from the crack of hell of Persia and San Salvador. El Salvador. So stupid. But so she's seen that shit 2 weeks prior. She still moved in.
Which, yeah.
She's like, because also, I don't know how bad the shit with her and Gabe is yet. So this was probably like a Tuesday for her.
And she knows 800 is the best she's gonna get.
Period. Right? So, now fast forward, to kind of Gabe's background. It's very short. He's just a bum. Like, straight up, just a bum. He's skinny, Mexican, barely taller than me. Thinks he's hot shit. Thinks he's a big boy. I could sit on him and I think he would suffocate. Like, he weighs 140 for sure. Out of here. But no, so they all went to high school together. So Gabe and Sasha, I don't think they dated in high school, but they all went to high school together with BB. He literally didn't do shit with his life. He stayed in contact with BB here and there because he would sell weed. Oh. Like, that's what he was doing. He would sell weed, and there's some other random ass drug, and it was, I wish I could remember what it was, because I remember BB told me, I was like, people sell that? It was so weird. Very obscure. So he sells, like, one drug in weed, and then in Paris, He's a backyard breeder. Please. Makes all those edits on Instagram and shit, but literally he's just breeding his own dogs.
That's terrifying.
That's his job. And he's living at home with that whole fam. Yes, do you see how...
That
what is
like
this?
A nightmare.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Sasha was living in.
Like...
I'd leave too.
Like
what's happening? You have like 3 families living on the inside, and you have 2 dog families and a pregnant dog outside. Like, it's a whole thing. And that was his business. He was not actually making money off that shit. Because it was the first litter, like when this whole thing was happening, he had not even sold a puppy yet. A puppy had not even been born. Oh. So he was unemployed. Very long story short, he was a bum and he was unemployed. And the only reason he had a place to live is because he was living with his family.
So, okay.
So that's background on Gabe. This is... I was like, I'm trying to make sure I tell it in order because it is like a whole thing. So... Sasha moves in with us. It's June 1st now. Her and Gabe, because of what she told us, they're broken up. They're no contact. She's blocked him. Yeah. He was literally threatening to kill her. And that's why she wanted to move as well. Like, it was a whole thing.
Okay.
Because when she wanted to move, he freaked the he was controlling.
Right.
So it led to a breakup. He was, like, I forgot the details, but she was saying, like, he was throwing shit. Like, it was a whole thing. But she didn't tell him, like, where she moved to. He knew it was in Orange County. He had no idea
where.
What city.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna go?
And Orange County's huge.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It was like, that could basically from there to LA. Like, she could have been anywhere. I think she left, like, a majority of her shit there. Because it was very much like, I just need to get the She literally said she left in the middle of the night. That bitch
yeah, that's so
escaped.
Sad. That's sad.
So we're like... We're giving her refuge.
She's giving safe haven.
Literally, she was a refugee.
That's crazy.
So she moves in with us. Everything, like I said, seems fine and dandy at first. Then we basically find out they are in contact. There's definitely no contact happening. Mm-hmm. So they're, like, on and off. But again, we don't know this yet. They're on and off talking. This crazy ass bitch. Again, her ex who threatened to kill her and already has put hands on her and is already controlling and abusive verbally too. She tells him where she moved.
Like, come on, girl.
The exact address and who she's living with.
You had one job. To keep it on lock.
What the is the point of a witness protection program? What's the point? You done goofed.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, again, we don't know this yet. How do I find out? So funny. She's servicing one of her clients. That sounded spicy. She's an esthetician.
Serving.
She was doing brows in her room, and the walls were so thin. Mm-hmm. I literally heard her say, "Oh, me and my boyfriend are kind of fighting right now," to the client.
Which is also like, can we keep it professional? That's interesting to me.
Because I don't know who the client was either.
Right. Like, I feel like that's only acceptable if you're, like, a hairdresser. You know what I mean? Like, my hairdresser be spilling the tea. But I've been seeing her for, like, 4 years.
Yeah, that's different.
You know? And we're, like, the same age.
You know what? That's true. Like, my hairdresser, Callista, I've been going to her. Shout out Callista. Been going to her since 2018.
Yeah, so it's like,
she knows
I know
everything.
you, but, like, first appointment, I don't need to hear all the drama.
Right. I was like, she's messy.
Right.
But so that's how I find out. And I'm Nancy Drew in this bitch. So I go and text BB. I'm like, you're not going to believe this shit. Mm-hmm. Because in hindsight, me and BB hated each other. But when we were about to tag team someone on some shit, we were the dynamic duo, bro.
That would be terrifying.
No, we're psycho together. So funny. But so, we find out that they're talking. We find out they are together. We find out that he knew about the exact location of where we lived and everything because they got in a fight again. They'd be okay for like half a day fighting again. So she had to come and tell us, like, I told him where I'm living, and now he's threatening to kill all of us.
Like, please stop.
Threatening to kill all of us because he's freaking out knowing that she's living with a man. Like, in his bird brain, his caveman brain, he's like, Sasha live with man. No, the don't. Sasha DM'd me, coordinated living there with me. She's there for me. She literally started to hate BB. She literally was like, he's a bum. We literally were friends. Yes, there is a man there, but it's also the same man who buys weed from you like once a month.
And you guys in a relationship with a woman who lives in the house.
And Sasha's not his type either. So it's like, it's a whole thing. And Gabe also knew that. Like, they've talked about girls and shit together. That's what the is this?
Yeah.
He just wanted to be mad and be in control of the situation, basically. And it was so toxic too. Because even the mom was involved. His mom was involved. And when him and Sasha hung out and she told him who she was living with, because it was in person, who she was living with, where she was living, Gabe calls his mom, puts her on speaker, and is like, oh, Sasha already found a new place to live. And the mom was like, oh, no way. Like, that's crazy. Like, talking shit out loud to Sasha right there.
Also, parents that get involved with their grown children's business, you're weird. Like, you're so weird.
Just date your son at that point.
Like, that's honestly so gross.
It's so much. And it's very much a Latino and like a Middle Eastern thing.
Like, we're too intertwined. Get away.
Like, stop. And it's embarrassing. Yeah. And it's controlling. And
it's bizarre, is what it is.
So that's how Gabe is with her. But so he's tweaking out because he knows she lives with a guy. I was like, dude, y'all don't look alike. It's just so stupid. It was all stupid. I was like, that's my man. I'm like, what are we doing? But so meanwhile, that's happening. This is a sidebar, remember. Sasha and I are girls, so at some point in this mix, we're having girl talk, and she mentions to me, like, swear to God verbatim, talking about how, like, all the guys she's DMing, how she has a roster to the ground. I vividly remember that phrase.
I love that quote.
Right? I said
roster
period.
To the ground. Okay. Yes! Okay.
She said she got a roster to the ground. And then say yes, bad bitch.
Literally.
Shit. And she was also talking about this specific guy. Obviously, I don't remember his name. I just remembered that he was Asian. That's literally it. But she was talking about this Asian guy in Vegas that she was still in love with. Like, that was her first kiss or some shit like that. Like, going on and on about this guy. So I remember all this, and I use it against her later. But so, remember that. We in June.
Okay.
We're still in June, but now towards the end of June. When it comes to Nelson and... I don't even care anymore. BB, if I slip up, who gives a damn? But, so... At this point, BB and I are in, like, a fighting phase. What else is new? In hindsight, I'm like, yeah, that probably was a nightmare living with us because he was just on fuck shit all the time. And then we would be doing shit that warranted an insane reaction. And then he would try to shame me for insane reaction.
Yeah, he was just sick.
Like, he would be cheating on me on Tinder at like 1 a.m. I'm gonna freak out, and then he'll be like, wow, you're so selfish. You're being loud. You don't care about anyone else. You're immature. When I just saw him swiping on Tinder.
Then get off the cam, girl. Like
what the hell?
What's happening?
Also, I was less emotionally intelligent at the time, and I was going through it hormonally, and I'll say that much. And so that was a whole thing, but I would try to keep it down, but unbeknownst to us, this was something that was already bothering Sasha, us fighting, and I didn't know because she's one of the bitches she'd rather just like slip away into the darkness and disappear and never tell you that she had a problem during your friendship.
Yeah,
and just
avoiding conflict. Yeah.
It's so annoying. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's like Alabama State from my older
literally just say something.
Like, so annoying. But so she was doing that shit in June. And also on top of this, I forgot this. So Sasha just uses people, basically. We learned this later, but it's like, that's why even though she knows she didn't like Gabe, it was free housing. We gave her a good deal, used us. Then when she's living with us, this is when we started to get kind of weird with her. She starts asking if, like, her older brother can start crashing at the place. Like
no.
3 times a week. No. We don't want another man here.
Right.
Because what started happening was, because the brother was in Vegas, she basically was trying to make it seem like, okay, so my brother's just, like, moving from Vegas to California and just to get back on his feet at his new job because where we live is closer to his job, blah, 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 blah. Can he stay here a couple nights a week? That's not what was going on at all. He didn't have a job yet. He was going to start squatting there, bro.
No, thank you.
And she tried to ask if, like, her little brother could stay for, like, 2 weeks. Like, it started to become, like, a Sasha's Family charity case.
Yeah.
And BB was like, no, he was just so hard on, like, no, man. He's like, I'll kill him.
That's
like,
insane.
He's so psycho. he's like, my house. So weird. So we're dealing with that while Gabe is threatening to kill all of us. This is all in the mix. Then July. This is when the shit hit the fan. That was all the background. July. Because July rolls around. Blah, 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 blah. There it is. So, July rolls around. This is when her and Gabe are back together, but again,
You don't know yet?
Yeah, she's keeping us out of the loop still. So we don't know yet. I just at this point overheard her tell her client, me and my boyfriend are kind of fighting. And I'm like, what the fuck? I go and tell BB. A few days later, I saw her leaving on the Ring camera with 2 trash bags. I knew it wasn't trash in there. They were full. Like, they was really full. I already knew Nancy Drew in this bitch. I go in her room because she locked it, but we had a Jack and Jill style bathroom. Yeah. So I could just unlock that shit, go in, whatever. This is my apartment, bitch. I go in, half her shit's gone. Like, the furniture's all there. All her shit's gone. I'm like, that bitch just dipped. The bitch dipped, giving us less than 2 weeks notice.
Yeah. Sick.
So we were short on rent that following month.
No.
That's what us.
Yeah, that's
We had no security deposit, and she gave us less than 2 weeks notice. So we're over here betting on her $800 to go towards rent. Now we ended up being like $1,100 short.
Stop.
And his mom had to cover it. And then use that over our heads.
Right.
So that was really fun. But no, so I see on the cameras that she leaves with the trash bags. I then go in her room. I see all that. I obviously communicate to my partner in crime, BB. The going on?
Yes, partner in crime.
I'm like, are we going to commit murder today, BB, or what? Like, what the hell? So then I text her, which is really funny. I text her basically like, hey, like, what's going on? Let me pull up the video. I have a whole screenshot video. Or let me just pull up her text. But I basically was just like, hey, girl, like, are you good? Like, I think I said I noticed your room was empty or some shit. Here, hold on. Put some elevator music in. Oh, okay. So I texted her. And she basically, I said, hey, like, I was just grabbing some cleaning stuff. I lied. I was like, I was grabbing some cleaning stuff, like, out of your bathroom, because that is where we kept the cleaning stuff. And I was like, and I noticed, like, your stuff was gone. Just wanted to make sure it was you.
Right.
I knew it was her. I got cameras everywhere. I had 3. She basically was like, yeah, that was me, da-da-da-da-da. And she basically gives the excuse that she's moving out and she literally said, she was, IDK, I've just been being very avoidant and didn't know how to bring it up to you. You're a loser. You're a loser bum bitch. Loser bum bitch. She uses the excuse, so we had mice, bro. We had 2 mice at the time.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Because we left well, it wasn't just us who had mice. Everyone and their mama. Because we all had backyards. So they were in there, and they'd come in. So we have no idea there's a mouse or 2 under the fridge. The cats got fleas. Oh my God, it was a whole thing. It was so bad. But again, it was a mouse, not a rat. And it, like, the apartment complex knew about it. They, like, put out a notice because they had to have pest control come into all the apartments. Like, it was a whole thing. Mice happen. She used that as the excuse for her moving out. She literally said, I'm just so terrified. I told you I'm terrified. That's literally how she wrote it. Of a mouse? Bitch, her ancestors would be so embarrassed. Sasha, you're black. And you're scared of a mouse? It literally was cute. But the mother flees to everyone, so it needed to die. Like, what the hell? But no, so she literally used that as an excuse. She goes, I wish I could have given you more notice, but I just don't think it's going to work out. You wish you could have given me... Like, you could have. No, and I literally called her out on that. I was like, you could have. You chose not to. Because you're a bitch. Yeah, that's insane. Because you're a bitch. She basically also used the excuse, like, it was just... moving back to California wasn't what she thought it was going to be cracked up to be. Like, it's emotionally draining. She doesn't have enough money. She thought she was going to be making more money. Blah, 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 blah. Like, this was her first time moving out on her own, too. We didn't know that. Yeah. So she didn't know. She didn't know what the hell she was doing. And then she also brings up, because I went in on her. I literally was like, now I know why people are supposed to charge tenants a security deposit for situations like this. Yeah. I was like, you gave us less than 2 weeks notice. You don't do that to friends. Like, I thought you valued us more. Like, anywhere else you live requires a 30-day minimum notice. You gave us, like, 13 days. Like, you took advantage of us. We rented it out to you lower than market value. No security deposit. Even said we considered letting your brother Sean stay here for a few nights, the one who she was asking if he could. And I, like you just said too, you could have given us more notice, but you chose not to. I said this. I said, in the future, you should seriously sit down and think about your finances before getting intertwined financially with other people just to back out with 2 weeks notice. We're not stupid, by the way, ... 'Cause she doesn't know that I know yet. About the boyfriend? She has no idea that I know. I know everything. But I understand it must be hard to hide the fact that you got back with your ex who threatened to kill you and my boyfriend when the walls here are so thin and you charge his Apple Watch here. Happy 2 years, by the way. So get this. She left his watch charging in the kitchen.
I remember this.
And it was a man's watch. We could tell from the size, everything. And it's a picture of her on it. And then, I think it was BB or me who saw... Oh, no, it was BB. Because he had Gabe on Instagram. I did not. Gabe posted happy 2 years that same day on Instagram. They were on a hike together.
Clog it. That's crazy.
I know she shit her pants when I texted that.
Yeah, that's so eerie.
Happy 2 years, by the way.
That's so eerie.
Right? I was like, I know it must be hard to hide the fact. She went.
I know, that's like at the end of a thriller, like when everything gets like
exposed. Literally. No, she got clocked. And then it's just excuses. I tried giving you as much notice. Girl, like blah, 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 blah. Then now she starts to get aggressive. And now she starts bitching and saying, like, I'm not going to sit here and throw blows at you, but the shit you've told me about your guys' relationship, like, you should be the last person to judge me. Bitch, I know my ex is crazy as He didn't actually try to kill nobody. Your man straight up, he sent her a video of him with a gun, bro.
Yeah, the threatening of life is wild.
like, and you're gonna sit here on your high horse and be like, you're in no position to talk when your boyfriend does this and your boyfriend does this. Girl, like, you're a refugee.
And he's strapped. I'm scared.
Dude!
Literally, I'm scared.
Like, what are we talking about? Oh my God. But so she starts going in on me like, yeah, you're right. You know what? The walls are really thin. And I hear you guys arguing at 2 a.m. And that's the major reason why I've decided to not stay there. And da-da-da-da-da. And da-da-da-da-da. If there was a problem, you should have brought it up. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Granted, like I said before, we're on some fuck shit. But like, bro, say something.
You should have said something about it.
You should have said something. She basically just keeps saying she has no money and that's why. Blah, 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 blah. Yappa, yappa, yappa. Go down, go down, go down. So then, I changed the locks on the apartment because it's digital.
Right.
She already paid that month's rent, so she paid for like 15 days that she wouldn't be staying there, but still that don't help because now we're next month's rent. But so I changed the code to the door. This bitch pulls up and can't get in.
Ooh.
And she's texting me crazy like, how are you going to change the door code when I already paid you for this month? Like, I'd like to be able to get my things so we can just be done with each other. And I was a whole thing. I was like, you have to set an appointment.
Stop.
I was like, how does 6 p.m. work tomorrow for you? Literally, I was like, we're not doing this shit. And you guys scare me. And so then fast forward to her coming to get her shit. Literally, it's a 10-second video. We'll throw that shit in. It's me and BB trying to walk in because she intercepted us. She was waiting for us to home. She got there early.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be there at 6. She got there at like 5:15 or something.
The interception is terrifying.
She intercepts us. We're trying to get into the apartment. I walk in first. BB comes in after. I go to slam the door because, like, bitch, give us a second. We have all the cats.
Yeah.
I've already lost one, I'm pretty sure, at this point. One already got out. I'm like, let me close the door, put our shit down. You can come in after. I have on video from our Ring camera her busting in the door, and you hear me go, what the fuck?
She means business.
No, I literally go, Sasha, what the hell? Give us, like, you can literally hear me saying, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna let you in. And then the video cuts out. And so then I'm literally, she's halfway into the door, trying to get in, and I'm trying to slam the door.
Insane.
Even BB is putting his weight on the door, but she's halfway in it. She starts to pull out, and her foot's still there, though.
Yeah.
BB's still trying to push the door. And this is a grown-ass man.
Right.
6 feet tall, grown-ass man.
Right.
He can't even close it. I run into the kitchen to grab a thing of water, because the bitch had a blowout. I go to grab water. I was going to throw that shit on her, and she backed up, and then BB... No, literally.
No.
Gotcha, bitch. I was like, I'm black too.
Literally. Not by surprise.
No, literally.
Literally, that's so relatable, though.
So funny, because I clocked it. I was like, wait, her shit's straight. I was like, wait. Literally.
It's probably like a cat. Literally. How you like me now? Revert. Literally.
So funny. So I tried to I did throw the water, but she dodged it. We slammed the door. Me and BB are like, what the
Yeah, that's insane.
I was like, so now we gotta monitor you the whole time you're in here. Mind you, my little brother Julian is here during this. So I misspoke. He walked in first. It was Julian, me, then BB, and then so he's seeing all of this.
He's like, what is going on?
And he's so nosy. He literally...
No, that would be me.
So funny. He literally, I kept telling him to go in the room, and then I'd turn around, and he was back in there.
Because he's like, this is too good.
So funny. I was like, he literally never stayed the night again. So stupid. But so that shit's going on. Then we let Sasha in, and we're like, girl, what the f***? We were gonna let you in, and you're 30 minutes early to this move out appointment.
Yeah.
Then get this. We had already BB had already communicated to Gabe, if I ever see you at our apartment, I will kill you. They're both now telling each other.
The threatening of life.
They're literally
Calm
both saying they're
down.
gonna kill each other, right? And he was like, you are not allowed in the apartment. Because even when she was still living with us, and at the very beginning when she moved in, because obviously it was flip-flopping for like a week. You know how shit is, whatever. He had told her, like, hey, even if you guys get back together, he's never allowed here. Yeah. Just because of the shit we already knew. And this is before...
No, which is fair.
All this shit happened. So, guess who pulled up to our apartment to help remove? Gabe, his mom, and his dad.
I'm scared.
Literally, the note I have on here is shit hits the fan again. Bro. So then also get this, weird ass coinky dink. They knew exactly where this apartment complex was and how to get in. They used to live there 2 or 3 years prior.
Which is insane.
Gross. I was like, damn, we're on your level.
How'd they make it from there to Paris?
Because it's Paris. They would know. He would always try to flex that his parents had a house. And literally, BB clocked him so bad. He goes, you have a house in Paris. Like,
wow.
Because Gabe would try, I'll tell her right now, but would try to talk shit on us. Like, you're just, like, you guys are broken in an apartment. We literally were like, you were here 3 years ago. And yeah, you have a house in Paris. What the f***? But so, we opened the door now, because Sasha was already getting her shit together, and it was so funny. I literally have a 45-minute to an hour-long video of this shit. Mm-hmm. I have one, and BB has one. Because BB, he was so funny antagonizing the whole time. He was like, I'm not letting you out of my sight. As she's trying to, like, we wouldn't let her close the door. Because we're like, she's going to tear up the room or some shit on purpose and damage it.
It'd be weird.
So she's trying to pack up her shit, and we're all just talking shit at each other.
That's insane.
So, but she'll be like, in your guys' relationship. And she'd look at me like, he cheats on you all the time, and you're fat. And I'd be like, yeah.
Good one.
Well, I haven't heard that one before. Like, I don't give a like, I don't give a Then, knocking at your door. We open that door. It's Gabe, his mom, and his dad. It's basically, this 45-minute video is so funny. We're all fighting.
No, I know.
We won't let them in. I'm screaming at them, saying, like, if you walk in, you're trespassing, and we're going to call the cops. Mm-hmm. Julian's sitting in the chair in the corner watching everything at 14 years old. BB does end up calling the cops and has them on speaker because we're both talking to the cops.
What he does best.
What he does best. Uses his white man voice.
Literally. He
knows how to do it. It came to our aid that one time. The one time. But so we're all arguing. Like, because they're trying to come in and help her move. And we're like, you're not coming in here.
Yeah. None
of you are coming in here. You can help her from the porch and out, but you are not coming in. Dude, like I said, me and BB were a nightmare together.
Yeah,
that shit was so funny. We're like, you can't come in, but you can help her move all this shit from the terrace. How about that? So they're talking shit at us. I don't know where it came from, but the N-word got thrown. By Gabe's dad.
Oh my god, I remember
Gabe's dad called me an N-word, and I'm trying to help Catherine with the editing, so you don't have to keep bleeping stuff. He calls me an N-word.
First off, the parenting.
Oh no, I know, I literally...
I will pass judgment. That's insane.
We listen and we do judge. No, I was saying to their faces, like... You let your son beat up his girlfriend.
And also, how is he gonna call you the N-word when they're packing up for a black woman?
For another one!
Like,
there's 2 of us!
Whose side are you on?
Call her one too, honestly.
Literally, while we're at it. The whole room. Say it.
I was like, Nelson, look black. Call him one too. I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I was like, oh, you got me.
If you're going to throw it around, like, oh, good one.
No, literally. No, and we start going off, like, I'm going in on them, like, you guys are shitty parents. Like, it makes sense why, like, you're okay with your son beating on his girlfriend, because I know you beat on her, too. Ooh. And they oh, no, we were clocking them. I think that's when he called me a nigger. I said it. When I say that unleashed a beast on both sides, not proud of it. It was Latino on Latino crime and Latino on black crime after that. Because Nelson and the dad, they start calling each other the bean word. And they're...
The bean word. You just said it.
No, I did not.
I know, I'm kidding.
I was like,
but basically.
Because I was like, if I say the B word... That's bitch. Right. So they start calling each other that.
Frijoles.
There we go. They are literally calling each other frijoles. That shit was so funny. Because I was like, you guys are both.
Yeah, like, I don't understand. So funny. Like, why are we insulting our own kind?
The guy keeps calling me an N-word. I did call him a frijole. I'm not sorry. I'll say it right now. I was like, if it's my time to use it, if any time, it's right now. Because what the
No. And that's so crazy to me.
By a 50-year-old Latino man.
It's always the grown men that think that if you call me an N-word, like, it's gonna hurt my feelings.
I was like, oh!
Like, okay, let me do a jig while we're at it.
I
Like,
know.
I don't care.
I've been getting called this my whole life. Oh, I'm fat? I've been fat.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Like, what do you mean?
You got me there. No. But it was funny, because what's funny about BB is, because depending on what kind of Latino you are, they got beef. You know, like with Asians, you're Asian, but you got beef with other Asians. Like Japanese hate the Chinese or whatever the is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so that's how it is with Latinos, or at least BB. The Salvis, they think they're better than Mexicans. So for whatever reason, in BB's head, he it was the weirdest shit, because he would be like, talk slurs about Mexican people, and I'd literally be like, you're Latino, though. Yeah. I'm not saying you're Mexican, but you're Latino.
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
Like, he hated other Latinos kind of thing. So he was going in on
it's like, all right, brother, we're getting too excited.
Literally, like a white man. Going in with the slurs. But I was giggling my little ass off. I just got called fat for 45 minutes. I was like, yeah! Tell him! No, so literally I'm getting called fat by the mom, who is also fat. And what's funny is I wasn't even fat anymore at the time. They were just mean, and they knew that's what my one insecurity was because I was losing weight. And they knew that Nelson was watching the cam girls who were skinny. So that was the one thing they were trying to get me on. And I was like, I'm not even fat. But so their mom's fat. Gabe's mom is fat. I could sit on Gabe and he could die. Dad's average size. But I'm like, bro.
Like,
focus on your own shit. You live in Paris. But so we have that whole race war.
Okay.
The cops come.
Right.
So funny. Because all of us were basically trying to talk to the cop, and BB was the only one that was just like, he knew how to play the game with cops.
Right,
he knows.
Of course.
There's two cops. One of them literally has to go like, shut up! And then looks at BB and he's like, you may speak. Because he was the only one calm. We were all insane. Freaking out. He explains the whole thing, and the cops are like, you know what? Okay, this is gonna be an assisted move. We're gonna watch, but they can come in so she can leave it at that. Mm-hmm. We're all still talking shit at each other the whole time. Like, Sasha would come back in, and she'd be like, fat bitch. And I'd be like, you bag of bones.
Oh and it was
like her insecurity, and this is what's funny. She's sitting there calling me fat. I clocked the them. I was like, oh, I'm fat? Weren't you just telling me the other day that you were insecure because you saw your man's porn search history and it was thick black girls? Because mind you, Sasha's very skinny, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, it's our body types.
Yeah, she's skinny.
She is very skinny, like a plank, and her man's over here watching slim, thick black girls. I said in front of the whole family, this is before the cops got there, I was like, your man's jacking off to girls that look like me. Silence. Because it was true. What the hell? Like, girl, focus on your own psycho man. Focus on your own psycho Latino. Please, bitch. There were still just, talking shit. The bitch eventually gets the out of there. I don't think there was like a final blow. Oh, this was the final blowout. They move. It's said and done. Cops leave. I think we had a police report. Dust settles, whatever. The bitch took our garage opener, so I owed another $50 at move out.
Sad.
But then after that, we were still text fighting. This shit was so funny. If I can find the screenshots, I will give them to our editor, Miss Catherine, because this shit was so funny. We're fighting over text, clocking each other, by the way. I was like, let me pull it back up. It's so funny.
Which is so outrageous.
Oh, it was me. I was the instigator. I said, give us back the garage opener and key you stole. She goes, it's in your funky ass apartment. I go, thanks. I'm glad you and your stank ass pussy are gone.
Stop.
Then I go, coming from a funky ass bitch. I don't think I can get through this. This is so...
Let me read it.
She goes, LMAO, yeah. Whatever you gotta tell yourself to feel better. Musty ass. She spells this wrong twice. She goes, musty ass how, ho. So I'm dying laughing. I said, ha 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 ha. I'm sure the house you're moving back into with the litter box in the kitchen is so much better. They had a litter box in the kitchen.
Ew.
In Paris. It just gets worse. And then I said, I'm a hoe, but you're the only one with guy friends. I said, you f***ing suck them so you can sleep on the couch. Because literally it was true.
Stop.
I wasn't gonna lie. She was couch surfing before us just with guy friends who were attracted to her.
That's
You
insane.
gonna tell me nothing happened with any of them?
That's wild.
With her roster to the ground? That she didn't do
Literally.
nothing? Please. And I said, you should also do whatever you gotta do to tell... Whatever you gotta tell yourself to feel better. ... We have our own nice apartment, just like you wanted with Gabe, but you'll never have it, you broke-ass bitch. I said, you can't even take care of yourself like a grown-ass woman. That's why you have to mooch off everybody around you. She goes, this is so funny. LMAO, Kiara, you just a fat-ass insecure bitch. Shut the up.
Ooh. Damn.
Period. She's right.
She said, let me settle this.
Then she goes, says the bitch with 15 bodies. And mind you, she said she had like 20. So what are...
Oh my god.
I said, nice comeback. That's all you have to say. The fat one. Come on. Be more creative, please. I said, says the bitch with 20, and you said you have a long ass roster too. Hoe. I said, did you tell Gabe about your roster? Does he know you still have a roster? You said your roster goes to the ground. Skank.
The way I've never heard that either. My roster goes to the ground. Ka-thunk. Like, that's crazy.
I said, so you're saying you a hoe. Period.
So she has a scroll.
Like,
that's wild. Literally. But, okay.
But now you're mad I'm calling you a hoe.
It.
You already identified as one.
She said, you a hoe. You have 5 less bodies than me.
No, like, bitch.
Like, okay. That's wild.
Help me. And then I said, does he know you're still in love with the guy you lost your virginity to? With a bunch of laughing faces? And I said, I look good, bitch. You're a bag of bones. A twig. You even said that you've seen Gabe watch porn with thick bitches. You wish you looked like me, you ugly ass bitch. Have a good life with your ugly ass boyfriend, grimy bitch. All you do is dick hop. The only thing you know how to do.
Damn.
Oh, no, and I clocked her because I got blocked after it. I did.
Yeah.
I clocked her. She said, never once said that, LMAO. I think you're projecting, love. I just pulled out.
Oh, I remember when you were texting this in real time and we read that comeback and we were like, lame.
I was like, how am I projecting that you literally told me you're insecure about how skinny you are and your boyfriend watches thick bitches? Help? Like, what?
Yeah.
And then she goes, coming from the bitch whose nigga literally said he needs to other women to feel satisfied with you, with your big sloppy ass. That one made me cry. Sorry.
Sloppy is crazy.
She goes, get the off my phone, bitch.
Made me cry.
No, I literally cried. You got me there. She goes, get the off my phone, bitch. Blocks me because the next 2 messages I sent were green. I said, you did say that. You're just delusional. Backtracking now. You're nothing but a snake-ass bitch. Haha, nobody wants to feel bones while they're hitting it from behind. And it didn't send. So I did what any sane person would do. I went to Instagram.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And
that.
I sent those 2 messages to make sure she saw it. And she literally, I think she fully deleted her Instagrams because I can't even find the DMs on my burner account. Yes, my burner accounts. So I go to my main account, DM her this.
Going on like your Instagram profile selection is terrifying.
It's literally like 7.
Literally. I'm scared.
It's like 7.
So funny.
It's funny. But no, so I DM her that, and I remember her being like, bitch, you're weird.
Like, this is too much.
I remember her literally being like, you loser ass, bum ass bitch, you just follow me to Instagram? She blocks me again. I now go on my burner account, because I only had 1 at the time. Or 2. Or, yeah, 2 possibly. I go on my other burner. I find her. I DM her again. But this time, I got her. Because she got me by clocking my one insecurity about BB wanting to sleep with other women and calling me a big sloppy
That's
bitch.
like the meanest thing you can call someone sloppy. I would cry. That's crazy.
Oh my God. So I never noticed, because I never looked her in the eyes, honestly. I'd be avoiding eye contact. BB tells me she has a lazy eye. And I go look at her Instagram. I was like, oh shit, she does. And he said, no, that's her biggest insecurity. And he knows this because of high school. Because she would talk about it. So I go on my burner, find her esthetician account. And I said something along the lines of like, bitch, because she did eyebrows. I was like, bitch, how are you supposed to make your client's eyebrows look even when you got one eye going this way and the other going this way? She read that shit. She literally said, you bitch, and blocked me again. She had nothing else to say because I got her. I was like, come back to me when you don't have a lazy eye. Because, yeah, I'm fat. I can fix that. Can you fix a lazy eye? Chat, can you fix a lazy eye?
Chat. I don't know.
And so with that, she moved back in with Gabe. Who knows where she is now? Maybe dead. Honestly.
Jesus.
Maybe both of them. They're both weird. With the gun video. Literally
like,
sent us a Snapchat gun video,
like,
bro.
Ew.
Hell, on Snapchat.
I know.
Hell. And then, I mean, she was right. Our relationship sucked. BB and I, her relationship sucked.
Right.
We needed to not be with either of these crazy ass Latinos. But there we were with our, my man, our Latino poppies. That's basically the whole story. I would say, I don't know if there's a lesson from this. Don't live with people.
Make people pay you a security deposit.
Hell,
that's the lesson learned.
No, literally.
Yeah.
And don't live with your friends. Your friends. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that's the story.
Yeah, that's my crazy story time. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
I swear I'm not like this anymore. Just to I know that was exactly 2 years ago. That whole relationship changed me.
Yeah.
Truly came out a completely different person.
But that era was fun, especially as, like, me not participating, but being able to reap all the benefits and laughs. Like, it was fun. It was messy.
Yeah, now that I'm not traumatized, it's funny.
Right.
No, rereading this shit, I can't.
Sloppy bitch is crazy.
That was so funny. I forgot about that.
That's the funniest insult to me.
No, and she got my ass. Yeah, my nigga did want to other bitches.
And what about it?
We got the worst boyfriends in the world, and we're still trying to make it.
Literally. Yours is worse. No, yours is worse.
It's like, definitely, honestly, they were both damn near equal. If BB had a gun, oh, no, game over,
the gun
though.
videos is just weird. No. But, okay, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up. Follow us on all socials at Thought Shit Podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment if you're from Paris or you know anybody from Paris and your favorite thing about Paris, okay?
Or if you're Gabe or Sasha, go to hell.
Literally.
And your mom and dad.
I know, they're throwing the N-word. We see you.
Oh, and let me add this on a closing note. The breeding with the dogs. One of the dogs escaped because the gate wasn't like locked correctly, and it got hit by a car and died. Gabe, that's what you fucking get.
That's insane. Okay, I'm gonna cut you off here. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.